Hello, this is Carrie at Empowered Within, and I want to tell you first a little story, because a lot of people know me as being a storyteller, and within the stories it has valuable information and insights. So this weekend I was teaching my Mastermind Law of Attraction class, and one of my friends, actually it was a client that became a friend, was telling me her story. And from what I knew, she wasn't going to be coming to my class. She was supposed to be in her homeland, foreign country, over I think in Russia. And she told me this story. And she said when she arrived, she didn't have all the visa information that she needed. And they deported her. And she was extremely mad. And she offered to pay a fine, a fee, how can I resolve this? Can I fly to this next area, which is only an hour away, and they'll give me a visa because I'm an American citizen? And still they wouldn't. And they flew her back to London. That's not where she's from. And it was just a mess. She was like in the air for 72 hours. And it was just really frustrating for her. She had gifts for her family. She luckily got to see her son. And of course, we go through all these different emotions. And she said she literally went through them all, from fear, grief, depression, powerlessness, despair, insecurity, unworthiness, jealousy, hatred, rage, revenge, anger, discouragement, blame, worry, doubt, disappointment, overwhelmment, frustration, boredom, contentment, then hopefulness and optimism and a positive expectation and a belief, then eagerness, happiness, passion, joy, knowledge, empowerment, and freedom. And she really got it. Because I always tell everyone, everything happens for a reason. Literally everything does happen for a reason. And it happens on what our thoughts, feelings, and emotions that we've been putting out there into the universe. And when I looked at her, and she told me she was supposed to be over there for 6 weeks, I said, Igula, we have been working on you putting out there in the universe your book and your career and all this work that you're doing and all this stuff that's flowing into you. And it's all work related, it's all career related and abundance. And for you to take a 6-week, vacation, that just does not match and mirror what you've been putting out there in the universe. And she looked at me and she was like, you're right. You're exactly right. And she said, I wished so bad that I had you, Carrie, with me on the plane to soothe me and to hear your voice and to help me get into this better feeling place. And I told her, Igula, but you will get a gift from all of this. There's always wisdom. There's always value in a crisis. And she looked at me and she kind of chuckled and she said, yes, I know. I actually know what that gift is. And yes, it applies to her work, her career, and I could totally see the value in the gift that she got from that crisis. So the point that I'm hopefully trying to make for everyone is life, yes, throws us curveballs, and it all depends how we react to the crisis. Because you could stay in your survival brain, and that's what Igula did. She was critical, she became disrespectful, I'm right, she was rigid, controlling, she felt overwhelmed, she was focused on blame, she was dramatic and argumentative, and that creates fatigue and irritability. And, you have this complaining, and you keep telling this story. But the neat thing about this woman is she was able to soothe herself back into her thinking brain, her rational brain, and she had compassion for her. She became curious to find and discover that little gem that the universe gives us. She started to listen, and she became accountable for her own thoughts, feelings, and reactions. Taking responsibility is really important. So she became creative and adaptive to the situation. She was resilient. She was focused on a solution. She started to support herself, and she didn't take it personal anymore. And she could actually find humor in all of it and kind of laugh and smile and then let it go and move forward. And that was so beautiful and so wonderful to see how she just turned it all around. And what was really neat is on little index cards that we write on, for the next 30 days, her focus is something really great is coming into my life, which improves my financial freedom, career, and overall life. So I really hope her story can empower you, because the universe does give us little pearls and gems of information and insight, and if you're quiet enough and you calm yourself down enough and you look and you listen, it's right there. It's really right there. Because your well-being is the most important thing. Your peace of mind is the most important thing. And another little quick one. One of the other ladies that were in my class talked about a really neat technique that she does with her friends. And every day she talks to 3 friends, and they, for 68 seconds, talk about all the positive things. Because if you think about it, so many people out there have been conditioned and controlled by society or your culture to just complain and to talk about the old sad story, and they can be so negative. So what was really neat is she's doing this every day with 3 different people, and it's made a huge shift in her career, her business, the people that she's attracting. So yesterday, when I was talking to my best friend in California, and she started with me getting a little bit negative about a person she interacts with, I said, "Hey Deborah, I've learned this really new, neat technique that I think would really benefit you when you speak to this lady." So I told her about the 68 seconds, and then what I did was I demonstrated it back to her, as if I was Deborah talking to this woman about all the things I am grateful for. And I even picked the smallest things, like going into Starbucks and getting my coffee, and the people there are smiling at me and they say hello, and I'm grateful for the blue sky and the sun that's shining and the white puffy clouds and the people that I interact with here and there and the conversations I have. And at the end of that 68 seconds, my friend was not negative anymore. She wasn't complaining. She actually shifted and was telling a better story. So if even you can use this tool and technique when you're engaging with someone who's starting out to have a negative conversation, you have the power in that moment to shift it, because it's all about choices. And if you do the 68 seconds, and if it works, great. If it doesn't work, there's only 2 things that are going to happen. Either that person is going to bring you down to their level, or you're going to bring them up. So if you didn't bring them up and you don't want to be down, I always tell people to just walk away and say, well, I need to go do this, and you have a wonderful day, and it's been great talking with you. Because it is all about choices and who you want to engage with, who you want to interact with. And it's my wish for everyone to be empowered, to have a sense of relief, and to shine in a crisis. And it's important too, and I know this can be really hard for some people to hear, especially when you are in a crisis. But if you can stop and be honest with yourself and look at how you attracted that crisis into your life and where your point of attraction has been, what your thoughts have been, I mean, really be honest with yourself and take responsibility. And I know it's really difficult to hear that when we're pissed off and we're angry, because of course we don't want to accept responsibility at times for our thoughts and actions. But really, that's where the healing place happens. And that's where the compassion and the freedom can happen. And you'll have that knowing that, okay, I'm going to change this. I'm going to shift this. I want to feel better. I need a sense of relief. I want peace of mind. So I hope you enjoyed this recording. You enjoyed the stories I just shared. There's another part 2 along with this that's actually a relaxation process that's going to help you and soothe you in moving up that emotional scale to where you're going to feel better about any crisis that you're involved in. So have a great day, and many blessings to you.